Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are chocolate candy filled cookies. Now you can fill these cookies with M&Ms or any type of candy that you prefer. Today I'm using actually a candy that has a coating, a color coating on the outside, but on the inside there's white chocolate in them. But you can put the plain cookies in with chocolate coated like the M&Ms, or the ones that have nuts in them, or almonds covered candy, whatever. It's really up to you what you like and what you want to do with this recipe. So let's get started. In my stand-up mixer, and of course you can use a hand mixer for this recipe, it's up to you. We're going to start off by using 3/4 of a cup of butter. And it's been at room temperature, and I did cut it up into small pieces because it is a lot faster to break it up and to cream it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. And that won't take very long at all. The next thing we're going to be putting in is 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. And I'm going to put just a little at a time as I beat it in with the cream butter. Raise my speed just a little bit. Okay, the next thing we're going to add is 1 egg, and I've also had this egg at room temperature. And just wait till that's all combined. This is a really pretty quick recipe to put together. You know, if it takes you maybe 3 or 4 minutes to do it, it's all. We're also going to be putting in a teaspoon of almond extract. And we'll beat that in. And I'm going to raise my speed just a little bit here. And I'm going to clean the sides of the bowl, of the mixing bowl here, and to get to the bottom also. And then I'll show you what I have so far in the creamed mixture. Okay. There we go. All right. And again, just beat this till it becomes very smooth and everything's mixed well in it, okay? Now, the next thing you're going to be adding is all-purpose flour. And you're going to need 1 2/3 cup of flour. And we'll put just a little at a time on low so that the flour doesn't go all over. That was 1 2/3 cup. And again, just till everything's combined. And it's starting to make the cookie dough for you. And I'll show you what that looks like so far. There we go. Okay. Next, to make them chocolate, of course, we're going to be needing 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened baking cocoa. And the same thing, I'll just put a little at a time. And that was 1/3 of a cup. And now we're going to just go to medium speed to bring it all together so that we have a nice cookie dough. My paddle here and take off the excess, and then I'm going to just use my spatula to clean up the sides of the bowl and to get to the bottom, and then I'd like to show you what the batter will look like, and we'll set that aside. There we go. Okay, let's push that out of the way. All right. Just want to clean and get all that batter combined. Okay, and this one needs a little bit more mixing, so that's why I'm going to bring it together here with my spatula. Okay, and now I want to show you what this batter looks like. Okay, and there you go. It's a nice chocolate formed batter. If you want to roll these cookies with your hands, you might find it easier to dust your hands with flour. And also you can refrigerate this dough for up to, maybe about a half hour, an hour, till it's easier to handle. I'm going to actually use a small cookie scoop so I don't have to refrigerate it. But if you're going to handle the dough, and what we're going to show you in a moment, we're going to make sort of like a mound or a round ball of this. It's going to be easier again. Like I said, flour your hands and try refrigerating so this cookie dough is easily to handle when it's been chilled. Okay, you're going to need a cookie sheet, pan for your cookies, and you don't need to spray it or anything like that. And again, with my small cookie scoop, I'm just going to make sure it's nice and leveled. And these cookies aren't going to spread very much. Whoops, I almost forgot. The most important ingredient is to fill the cookie. And here I'm going to take one of the, like I said, these are milk chocolate, but they have like a candy coating on the outside. And then I'm just going to press it well into the cookie dough. Probably about halfway or a little bit more than that, and then just put them down on your cookie tray or cookie pan. And again, you can fill these with whatever you want. I mean, you could put maraschino cherries in them. It's really up to you. Even a walnut or an almond inside of it if you don't want to put the candy inside of it. I'm not going to do them all, of course, and I want to move it along for the video. But again, push them down about halfway into the cookie before you put it down on your tray. Now you're going to bake these cookies at 375 degrees, and they're going to take you probably anywhere from 7 to 9 minutes. I actually like to start looking and checking mine around 5 or 6 minutes because, as we do know, all ovens set up so differently. And you don't want to overbake them, and they'll become very dry, and you're not going to like the cookie. I have some to show you. Let me just rinse my hands because I have, of course, handled raw egg. I'm going to show you what they look like once they're baked up. Now, once you do bake them, you'll want to put them on a cooling rack for the cooling process. Now, this is optional, but what I did was I went ahead and I just melted some flavored morsels in the microwave in a bowl. It was anywhere from probably a quarter of a cup to a half with a teaspoon of shortening. And I just melted it, and then I drizzled it over the tops. Now you can dip them into chocolate. You don't have to put a coating on them at all. As you see on the bottom, they'll come out a nice medium brown. You will see about where that piece of candy was on the bottom though. And let me cut into one of the cookies to show you. There you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I hope you can see where that candy is. So you have a nice crunchy, crisp cookie that really, well, they're easy to make, they're fun to make, and they taste really good with a cup of coffee or a glass of cold milk or a cup of tea, that type of thing. So there you have it. You've got a cookie that you can fill it with whatever you'd like, and it's easy to do. I appreciate you watching today, and if you like this recipe and you give it a try, leave a comment because I'd like to hear from you. And as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Diane Lovetobake. See you next time.